Glad you could join us as this is finally the fourth and final series to get underway. It's kind of odd that the Indians are down already 0-2, and the team they played in the World Series, the Braves, are just in the fourth inning of game one, but that's where we are. Top of the order for the Braves, Marquis Grissom. A fine season for Grissom, a 200-hit season, and you know, he really got going last year, Buck, at just this time. He did not have a great regular season for the Braves a year ago, but turned it on in October. So for the last exact 12 months, from October 1 last year to October 1 now, he has been every bit the player the Braves had hoped they would get when they got him from the Expos.
And back-to-back breaking balls misses as he got ahead of Grissom. Martinez has been predominantly fastball, sinking fastball today. He has not used many breaking balls or changeups to this point.
There's a rip up the middle for Grissom, despite a nice dive by his ex-teammate of Montreal, Delino DeShields. Grissom, who had 207 hits during the regular season, that's third in the National League, now has his first of this postseason.
Ramon Martinez went with 3 consecutive breaking balls, and Marquis Grissom got to the third one and drove it up the middle for a base hit.
Of course, the Braves are not really a running team, but Marquis can go. He led them in stolen bases with 28. And Lemke is certainly a guy in the number 2 hole who can handle the bat, be it hit and run or just a steal or bunt. And with runs at a premium, he could do any one of those things. And we should point this out, Buck, that as good as the Braves have been, first of all, that the Dodgers beat him 7-12 this year, but that, I don't know where you take that stat and go with it. But here's one that Bobby Cox knows. 11 games played by the Braves in Dodger Stadium the last 2 years. They average under 3 runs a game. So you play for this 1 run here and 1 run there, maybe a lot more against this staff and in this park.
Well, this is a situation with Smoltz on the mound where you try to get a run early, and now with good speed at first and a guy that can handle a bat, maybe you start the runner here.
Lemke did not offer a bunt that time, takes it for a ball.
Bobby Cox refers to Mark Lemke as his smartest player on the field. And like an extra coach out there, particularly on defense. But in these situations, he can look at that hole on the right side with Grissom at first, look for a pitch that he can pull, and pull one through the hole and go first to third.
Well, it's interesting. On the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike, Wallach was in on the grass. Now look at Jimmy Williams give the signs here. And he may be changing things because on the second pitch, Wallach was back even with the bat.
Now they're just trying to guess with this situation now because Lemke can do so many things. Now you see Wallach just a step behind the bag at third.
So there's room to lay one down is what we're saying. Lemke again doesn't offer the bunt, lays off. It's 2-1. Marquis, and there's this round of signs.
Jimmy Williams quickly going through the signs. In my mind, this is a good time to run. Now Coxie is saying, wait a minute. He's talking to the umpire about making Ramon Martinez stop, I believe. This is a good hit-run count. 2-1.
You know that Bobby's a cool customer at times. You know why? He's the only one in L.A. this afternoon with a jacket on.
This morning, about 9 o'clock, he was sitting down in the bullpen trying to get a little peace and quiet.
Yeah, we found him. There goes Grissom. Piazza has a good pitch to work with, but Grissom steals the base. Throw was a little bit high and outside. He had a good pitch to work with, but Grissom steals the base.
Now Marquis Grissom got a good jump that time, and Bobby Cox was playing hit and run, I think. But look at a jump at first base. Grissom has always had a tough time against Martinez. The throw is to the shortstop side of the bag, and it's high. Delino DeShields has to go up high and then reach all the way down and put the tag on Grissom, and it's too late.
Lemke does his job. Taps it to the right side to DeShields, over to Karros, and now there's one out. There's the experience and the ability of a Mark Lemke. It's a simple bounce out to the right side, puts the runner at third with one down.
Well, you can see how his teammates appreciate the effort of Mark Lemke. Grissom steals the bag at second, and then Lemke just hooks an outside pitch on the right side, gets him over, and Bobby Cox is telling Chipper Jones, hey, whatever it takes, get him in, get Smoltz a run.
A lot of people don't know that maybe the most underpublicized guy in the Braves. You saw the big fellow there in the shot right over to Lemke. That's the hitting coach, Clarence Jones. Infield is in on the grass to pinch off what, any run is going to be critical in this game. No score, top of the fourth. Chipper struck out in the first inning. There's a look, but they pinch in as soon as Ramon goes to the stretch. Sack, corner, 1-1.
Obviously, Billy Russell is well aware of how difficult it will be to score runs here today. And they're trying to get a ground ball right at somebody drawn in on this infield.
Outside, 2-1.
Chipper Jones chased a couple of high fastballs in his first at bat, and you can see all year long he has been very good in situations like this. Runner at third, less than 2 outs.
Tried to bust him inside, but that was too much inside and high. 3-1 with Fred McGriff on deck. The imposing figure of the crime dog. Jones works a walk, so now Fred McGriff comes up with runners on the corner. McGriff with a base hit to right, his first time up to lead off the second inning.
Well, what you do now after the walk, it's first and third. You enable your infield to back up and look for a double play ball. Martinez gave up a single to McGriff, as Chris mentioned, but Fred for the season hit into 20 double plays. That's what the Dodgers are looking for right now.
In fact, both pitchers, we have a shutout here in the fourth inning as expected, but each has gone to 3-ball count 6 times on 12 hitters. They're not quite as sharp as they have been in other games. Although the goose eggs on the scoreboard would say, well, maybe they are. Outside from McGriff.
We talked about the heart of this lineup having their hands full with Ramon Martinez, and there's some numbers that back it up.
Off speed, that one stayed outside. 2-0.
Now Piazza going to go out and talk to Ramon Martinez. That time Ramon didn't really finish off that changeup. His front side flew open and his arm kind of dragged and the ball stayed up and out of the strike zone. Good time to go out there and try to get Ramon to collect his thoughts, and Piazza, very aware of the situation, said, you know what, I got to talk to him. Take a look at this. His front side flies open. The ball kind of slails out of his hands up and out of the strike zone. These are not the kind of counts that you want to put yourself into against Fred McGriff.
McGriff drives it to left field. Hollingsworth is going back. He's got room, but Grissom will tag and score easily. The play is at second, but Jones advances. 1-0 Braves. So the Braves get a single, a stolen base, a ground ball to the right side to move the runner to third, and a sac fly. It's as basic as it gets, and they lead 1-0.
Well, Ramon Martinez caused himself some problems when he fell behind Fred McGriff 2-0. He had to throw a strike and threw a sinking fastball to the outside part of the plate. McGriff got enough of it to drive it deep into left field. Good job by Mark Lemke, and that's the way the Braves have played it all